Hey, GM, everybody.
What's up, Al?
Not much. I seem to have this problem a lot, actually. When I try to start a scheduled space, it just fails, and then I have to frantically fire up a new one. But looks like we're good.
Please don't say that. No rug
Yeah,
fit.
GM, everybody.
Hey,
It has
GM.
happened to you a couple times, though.
It.
I've noticed that.
I don't even know what to do at this point. It's like 50-50 shot.
Oh, man. Well, I'm sorry that happened. Let's all make sure I got my tweets out, my DMs out. Let's make sure we retweet the room to get some more people in here. Step up here as co-host. Got some speakers. I think we were doing one of those awesome combo shows today because it's lining up at sort of the same time, right, guys? So 9 o'clock live with House of Nouns prop talk, which is super exciting. Let's see how much
Oh,
time
hell
we have.
yeah. Do we have a specific time that we're going to transition to prop talk specifically? Or basically just
I'm
after we do
assuming
the main show?
exactly. I'm assuming like right after FOMO,
Awesome.
um, which should be happening here in the next 4 minutes. I'm actually seeing. Oh yes, okay. So Ugly DAO still has the highest bid right now on this awesome little safe noun. That is incredible. Let's go, Uglies. That would be noun number 2, by the way.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Oh hell yeah! Hi, Woody.
How you doing, Woody?
What up? GM, everybody.
GM, I see and just want to give a special shout out to Gregariously down there with the little needlehead PFP. He has an awesome piece of software that I've been utilizing and can't wait to share with you guys. I know the Noun Square is going to start doing it, but Zealous is freaking cool and has like all of our recordings from all of these Twitter spaces. And we can make like little audiograms out of them and stuff too. So just shout out to you. I've been telling so many people about it. It's really, really cool. If you guys want to see one, go check out the pinned tweet on the Food Nouns Twitter and you'll see what I'm talking about. But one of my highlights, definitely at NFT London, getting to meet you there and learning about your project. I like can imagine so many use cases, and we just, oh my god, use this stuff every single day. So shout out to you for being awesome. I remember telling you that we have these daily spaces. We follow the nouns auction every single day, and so right now that will be done in about 4 minutes if we don't get a new bid. And then once that happens, we all play fomonouns. So at fomonouns.wtf, we will hopefully choose the next noun. NG yesterday said that we did that. I think maybe just Ben did that. I'm not quite sure. But we are gonna figure out these mechanics at some point in time. And hopefully at some point in time we might like transition into Nomo, which is a new super awesome fun game that I just can't wait to play and I can't not wait for it to be live.
We Ugly DAO just got outbid.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
saw
buy
that.
me noun.
Who is Buy Me Now? Does anyone know?
So I don't know exactly who it is, but a little while ago, honestly, like probably a
I
month
have
or
no
two
idea.
ago,
I think it's
Buy
just
Me
Buy Me
Noun,
Noun.
they went crazy buying little nouns. They bought like over 200, and they don't vote.
Buy me noun.
You need to get them to delegate that to you ASAP, Al.
I
You
can't even
gotta
figure
get
out who it
yeah,
is.
you gotta get delegate me noun. Snuggles.
Delegate your little nouns.eth.
Yeah, delegate to me. Um, I need to get better with my voting. I actually need to probably delegate my littles or something. But you guys have been doing awesome stuff. You guys had your soapbox earlier. What was like the number one highlight of the Little Nouns show today?
So, oh, we actually didn't have the little noun show today. We had little prop house today.
Oh, perfect.
It was fun though. We ended up having to take a week off because we've been trying to figure out payouts for round 10, but I think we got that all sorted. So
Oh, nice.
I think SQ is contacting winners, so we're getting those funds out, and then hopefully we're going to kickstart another round here.
Oh, hell yeah.
But good to
I
be
know.
back.
Yeah, good to be back. I know you guys took a pause there. I think that's good every once in a while, and it kind of showed I feel like a great example of those things pausing, not leaving for forever, like some people might have feared, and it just kind of all working out in the end. So
Yeah. So yeah, if
that is
you were a winner, thanks for being patient with us here. But yeah, hopefully we should be getting those out in the next day or two, or even today.
nice. We do have a new bid here. We are just going to keep pushing this little auction time. It looks like this week it's been happening through multiple bids as opposed to like a longer FOMO game. So 37 ETH, still pretty cheap, guys. Anything under 40, I mean,
especially
it's
with the
pretty
price of
surprising.
ETH right now. This is like
Yeah,
really
right.
cheap for the wall safe too. With the I don't even know what shirt that is. It's like the 1970s retro disco funk wall safe.
I love it. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
99 had like tweeted what it's called. It's like a specific, I feel like, Japanese style design. It's called Uroko.
Interesting.
I feel like it's the first Uroko accessory. I'm not sure. I want to say it's the first safe head. I could be wrong.
I think it is.
I
Yeah, I
thought
think it's
someone
the
said it
first one.
was.
Yeah.
Oh, thick. This is like a very rare noun.
Mm-hmm.
Two
sure.
qualities that have never been used.
It's beautifully
Oh.
ugly.
Buy Me Noun just came in with another bid. I have a feeling this is going to be a
go
long.
on for a while today.
Yeah, this is going to be a long pre-FOMO session here.
Well, maybe he's got 3 ETH left in his wallet. So
Oh,
unless he makes something happen here, let me throw some emojis on this guy.
Will hasn't even started yet.
Yeah, exactly.
he's still staring at Twitter, watching FTX drama.
I hope everyone's okay. Just on a personal level. Not to get
We have a
too...
new pending bid now. 38.5.
Oh, new bid. Oh, here we go. Bidding war on the safe.
Yeah, here we go.
I think because we're reminding people that there's 2 unique traits here that have never, ever, ever been minted before under Noun. So this is a very special one, I believe. Oh, buy me Noun. Let's go.
Wow, this is going back and forth.
Sometimes it says how much ETH is left and it's correct, and other times it's like still showing it if the bid wasn't there. You know what I'm saying?
Are you talking about on the 9 o'clock app?
Oh, it just switched over for me. Never mind. That is so strange. Yes, on the 9 o'clock app. It says 1.71 now, but it did like 5 seconds ago say 40.
I think it's when they bid, when they get outbid, it goes back to their wallet.
Mm. Oh, interesting.
You know?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
9AF7 is the one that bought the CryptoPunk this morning, right, Al?
Yeah, I was digging through that today. They literally 9 hours ago they bought a CryptoPunk for 64 ETH, and now they're out here trying to get their Noun. They're just scooping up all the grails.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's coming in hot. Ooh.
Oh, here he comes. Wait, what punk did he get?
I actually didn't check. No, I'm actually not sure. Now I'm curious.
I'll tell you which number it is. It was give me 1 sec.
Yeah, let me know if you got it up. Now I'm curious.
How do you guys know all this shit? Like, you guys just get fed this information through like an AI bot or something and just get notifications, or you guys are just actively pursuing like who's buying what?
You just gotta peruse Twitter sometimes.
You just got to be a little nosy, a little poking around in
Dude.
either scam.
It was CryptoPunk 3034 he got.
30, 34.
What does it look like?
I'm pulling it up now. I'm assuming it's just like a floor punk. It's got a bandana, green eye shade, hot lipstick. It is a female. 3 attributes.
The lady punk and the wall safe. Let's go. That's a perfect combo. Buy me now and say no way. Not today.
42.84,
Let's
huh?
go.
Yeah, they're totally just grail shopping. They picked up a squiggle, a moonbird, a meebit, a world of women.
Damn.
Yeah, they're going
I've
nuts.
wanted Squiggle for so long. They're my favorite.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
I've always wanted a chromie squiggle.
How many are there total?
I think it's 10K, right?
It will be 10K. They're still minting.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Whenever the
They
hell
have mechanisms
Snowfro
for
feels
this.
like it.
Yeah,
At least that seems
that's
to
an
be my
interesting
understanding.
thing.
The floor prices are crazy on them, though.
They've been going nuts.
Yeah.
But they're so iconic, dude. It's like it's low key close to Noggles, like in my opinion.
Mhm.
Like
It really is.
it's like yeah, it's really close.
I have so much FOMO. So back when Art Blocks was going like crazy initially last year, I bought like a random piece and I found someone who wanted to trade with me for their Chromie Squiggle and we couldn't get, I think it was Kiwi Swap to work, and then they ended up never answering me, and now my Art Block is worth like 1 ETH and Chromie Squiggles are
Oh no, dude! What were you gonna trade for it?
I had a scribbled boundaries. I still have it. I'm just sitting on it, but man, I wish I got the Chromie Squiggle instead.
Wow,
Dude,
crazy.
Al, I feel your pain. I picked up it was the Pride Squiggles for Pride Deer last year. I thought, like, yo, these are gonna take off. They've gone absolutely nowhere, dude.
That's
But
like,
the floor on
yeah.
Squiggles is 14.5. It's high as hell, bro.
I think they just hit an all-time high in ETH value a couple days ago. Did you know there's a Squiggles DAO?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, is that like recent or did that happen?
So
Right away.
honestly, Victor has been putting me on Squiggles because he's been like going crazy over them. And apparently Squiggles DAO has like millions of dollars, and they have over 100 Squiggles, and their goal is to just continue to acquire Squiggles. It's nuts. I didn't even know they existed.
One squiggle every day forever.
So you can actually buy Squig token if you want exposure to Squiggles, but can't afford an actual Squiggle.
Yeah, the creator Snowfro, Eric. Do you know who that is or no? He's the one that created Squiggles. Do you know him?
Yeah. He owns a bunch of little nouns.
Yeah, he actually buys tiny dinos for like people's holiday presents.
That's awesome.
Put them on an actual picture with the seed phrase to get people into Web3.
Oh,
So
that's
he's
really
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, he's the man.
I don't know if you guys have any art blocks too, but right now they have a thing called friendship bracelets that they're minting. And if
Yeah, I
they
saw
took a
those.
snapshot, yeah, they took a snapshot. If you had art blocks or certain art blocks in your wallet, they're a free mint on their website right now. And you can actually, yeah, they're free. I actually I claimed mine and just sold them because I'm just
Hold
like,
on,
I
brother.
don't know what's gonna happen.
If
I don't know
we
what's gonna
rug,
happen.
if we
expensive
rug,
they are.
it's Al's running over there right now.
I don't even know if it's closed like the mint, but it was like 2 days ago. Yeah,
No,
and you
it's
can
still
actually
open,
gift
Al.
them.
Al, it's still open.
You can gift them to your friends too. It's a really high number of the mint, but it's super cool. And it's actually, I think it's Snowfro that is a partner
so
with
cool.
people. Yeah.
Woody, did you get a good return on yours? Because they're going for a lot.
How much are they going for?
Like, I know Toady sold his, and he totally messed up. So you might want to check the price, man. I don't want to.
Oh, I don't even care about the price, dude. I sold it just, I don't care about friendship.
You heard it here first.
I don't care about no bracelet.
About friendship, you were like, no, I'm out. That's too
I
much.
want the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for the money. I'm not here for the friendship bracelet.
Didn't you just tweet like an hour or two ago that you're thankful for everybody here?
I'm
thankful
the
for the
top.
money, man. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't
That
tweet
was a
anything.
friend.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Quickly deletes tweet.
Yo, while we've been talking, the Noun's up to 45.48 already.
I know, it just keeps going.
Grail Hunter. The safe.
But if you guys want to send me a friendship bracelet, you know my address, right? It's supertight.eth. So if you wanted to be friends, you know what I'm saying, we could you could send one to me.
I thought you said no new friends.
No, but it would be like I would put it on the open market as soon as I got it, type shit. So
yeah, you can be friends with me, and then I will go give my friendship away to somebody else for money.
For sure.
Hey, last thing on these friendship bracelets here, the mint ended 3 hours ago.
Oh my goodness!
Yikes!
A little late, but that's okay.
Yeah, I think the floor is like 0.2 on them or something like that.
Yeah, it's
not crazy.
Hovering at like 0.185.
Yeah, I sold mine for like 0.17, I think. So not too shabby, but yeah, I just want to have liquidity so I can like buy some like little nouns or GI toads or some other stuff.
It looks like another bid isn't coming in. We're coming down to the minute mark here.
Here we go.
I
Gonna
love
say-
my
Are everyone ready
Let
for
me
fun?
close all these art blocks
Oh,
tabs.
yeah, NG, are you getting ready down there? Getting geared up?
I'm getting geared up. I just, I have some information, but I don't want to
Oh.
say anything because every time I do that, it go burst,
Come on,
and I
NG.
just,
Yeah,
I
don't
just-
give up the secret sauce before the game.
yeah. So we'll see, what happens today.
Usually
Summer.
things that start with "we'll see," the person's confidence in it turning out great might not be so high.
Well, because it's two-way game. We do something, attacker does something, and just we try to adapt to each other, and it's never certain if what we did is enough to stop these guys, or a girl or whatever.
Almost there. 3.
All right, here we go.
2.
Let's go,
Play some FOMO.
FOMO time.
FOMO.
Also, hello.
No.
Do
Already
wine.
attempting to
Hello.
settle.
Oh,
I'm not saying it.
I didn't even.
I'm just getting a Doom wine.
Are
I
we
don't
good?
even have.
Mint
That
chips,
sounds like-
that's
Chips are
horrifying.
so- the chips
Dude,
are just
nobody likes the chips, man. I don't get it.
I think they're
Is
weird.
that what that is?
I think they're great.
You
Are
do
you
like?
able
awesome.
to vote?
Oh, yo, this is fly.
I always love the double glasses.
I am 100 not able to vote right now.
Really?
Uh-oh.
Aptosha, does it say to you that connect to something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I will reach out to you.
Okay, so that's
after
the alpha.
after the
Oh!
switches.
That was the alpha that I got personally blocked.
Uptoshi was the bot.
Yo,
Coffee basketball, let's do it.
Go.
I think we
You
might get
gotta
it.
test those
Basketball,
wallet
vote up, vote up.
blacklists.
Vote up.
Voted no on the basketball again.
No, I think we got
Right, I
it.
got you this time. I think you might.
No.
Nope.
No.
No.
Wow.
No.
Little pencil
No.
rainbow.
Rainbow.
Some people voted no. We were too late because everybody hates fun.
Right.
Oh my
That's the
goodness.
reason. That's the only reason.
This
know,
is why
right-
we can't have
A
friendship
little
bracelets,
Satori.
This is
Yeah.
why, I thought you were going to say
Right,
this is
I
why you
would.
can't have friends. I was like, I mean,
dude.
well, I
Nice
like this.
coffee.
Very clean little coffee.
Yeah.
He's like sticking his.
Ryan's just gonna
Clean
vote
the
no and
coffee,
protest the rest of the game. Unless it's a basketball.
Ooh.
That's
Ooh.
That's
a cool
clean
garbage can.
trash.
Love trash.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's a cool
it.
one. I wish you could get it.
Are we gonna get it?
Oh,
That's a good one.
I think we
Is
get.
it?
Hey,
Yeah,
we got it.
I didn't
Yeah.
Oh, it's
You
pretty
guys-
close.
Oh my god.
You got
Good
trapped.
job, everybody. Good job, everybody except Toshi.
That's it, man.
Everybody except Satoshi, who has been blacklisted for being the bot, apparently.
Was that your secret test? I promise you, I was not the bot. I could have told you.
He was
that.
actually honk
Shadow.
VPNing to make it look like
Yeah, now we know who went to visit Hong.
Clever.
This is completely made up lore.
Whoa.
Well, at least we don't have attacker, doing his bad stuff, to our lovely FOMO.
Yep, and we got a really,
And-
really awesome noun. It's really gorgeous. So that's awesome. It looks like it worked, and we didn't get attacked. And I think now we're probably gonna get to transition into the awesome House of Nouns prop talk soapbox. Unless anybody else had something to touch on before that. Awesome.
I have to say we've been having some beautiful nouns for the past three days. So let's keep this going. I think FOMO is unbroken now.
I agree. Beautiful nouns. You guys, House of Nouns, have the floor.
I just want to make sure, do we have both speakers from House of Nouns up? I think we're supposed to have two, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yep.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you, Jack.
Okay, great. Awesome. Since the switch to the new Twitter, my plugins don't seem to work as well. But hi, everybody. I'm Jack Wilds. I host Prop Talk Podcast, and this is going to be the Prop Talk Spaces. Thank you very much for having us up. I also have Justin with me. He's on the House of Nouns actual account. Justin, you want to say what's up?
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having us.
I have I might have to run for random reasons. So we just wanted to make sure we had both of us up here able to cover it and move forward. This Spaces is really for everyone else. It's to talk about the proposals that are coming up. It's to talk about all the cool things that are happening. And it's to get to ask questions to the people who made those proposals, or to even just discuss amongst ourselves what we actually think about them. That way, later on or in the next episode, we can still contextualize or talk about, how people really felt. So we get a better idea what the community is thinking if you're not able to make it to every space, if you're not able to, spend as much time in that noun world. So our proposal that we have today is 168, and this is an interesting one because I am I'm an adult YouTuber. I love YouTube. I think it's great, but this proposal is the Nouns X Mr. Beast, and I think we all know Mr. Beast has 110 million followers, and he's arguably one of the biggest YouTubers of all time. This proposal is proposing that we spend 500 ETH to try to win him over. We tried to spend 2/3 of that to win him over, to have him make a nounish video. And then the remaining 1/3 of that ETH would go to basically whoever was able to convince him to do that, and their team. I want to open up the floor right away and see what people think about this. Right now, we're kind of more against, it seems like, in the actual voting on houseofnouns.wtf, but I'd love to hear what other people have to think about this.
Can you hear me?
Did I get lost?
I love Mr. Beast. I'll say that. I think that it's a great concept. I love the idea of the potential virality of it, like having people go out and create content and initiatives to like get the attention of Mr. Beast. I think it's fantastic. He's like the biggest content creator in the world, and I think having him being a partner with Nouns is probably the biggest thing that we could do for the DAO. So I think it's a cool prop. There was, some concerns about kind of how far people would go, and maybe not doing nounish things to get his attention. But I love the overall concept for sure.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick, I try to be completely non-biased, especially in the episodes. We want to just present the facts of each of the proposals, but I also, I think Mr. Beast is an incredible content creator. I do think that he has a nounish sense about him, but I do agree with a lot of the comments saying, why? How are you going to get a hold of him? Is this person who proposed this? Is there any connection already made? Do we have any idea if Mr. Beast knows anything about nouns? We do know that he's into NFTs through Gary Vee, and I think he's a big punk holder. But I don't know anything about, does he own nouns? Does anybody know if he actually owns or really knows about nouns?
He is into crypto, so we know that much, right? And
Yeah,
who
I thought
knows
he
if
bought
he's
punks like forever ago.
Yeah, I remember seeing videos back in the day when he was getting introduced to it by Gary Vee, maybe during like the bull run last year. But it's something that I think the reception on House of Nouns.xyz has been, that people feel the money would be better spent on the community in other ways. Of course, things are priced at 500 ETH for this proposal, split between giving some to Mr. Beast to fund, preferably then for him to give to a charity on the channel, and then a reward for the community member who got the attention grabbing proposal or plea or whatever you want to call it to Mr. Beast, so that there is this high level of incentive to the entire Nouns community to try to get this to happen, which has been something I think the discussion has been pretty good on. I know my personal opinion is that I think that might lead to a lot of trying at it with failure, and trying to get this like carrot being dangled in front of your face, trying to get like, oh, you know, the person who gets Mr. Beast to do a Nouns video gets a $250,000 prize. Like that's a pretty severe amount of money, and I think it's going to lead to a lot of people maybe putting a lot of time in with no, I guess, results. It's going to be frustrating. He's obviously one of the biggest creators in the world. It's not like you can just call him up and give him your idea. If it was that easy, it would probably be a lesser prize. So I think it's just this proposal seems really cool to me. I really like the initiatives. It goes in line with what we're trying to do with the noun concept, but I think it needs a little bit of retooling, maybe in how we get the community involved and reward it for making this type of proposal come to life.
I have to say I like Hindsight's new strategy with proposals having a big reward to them. I don't know if some of you had read his write-up. I think it was in October, where he was talking about how nouns should move from funding ideas, and then we can go back to proof of work. Actually, the whole thing was nouns transitioning to proof of work, and this is a classic proof of work concept by Hindsight, is that let people try to get this work done, and then there's a big reward at the end. What I feel about this prop is that when I read through, I have to be honest, it's not very clear. The instructions are not very clear. You have no idea. It's like if you don't have access to Mr. Beast, you have no idea how do you even start this, how do you even get this going. So it's quite a challenge. It's quite a challenge. But I'm sure that's why Hindsight really put this up. It's like he's always up for the challenge of getting it done and getting paid. So I think that's amazing.
I do see how that does fit into the ethos of Nouns in terms of getting people to get the work done with this reward. It is, and that's what they said on the House of Nouns. You can see the comment. I'll read the quote from Hindsight directly. When asked what he thought nounish meant, 4156 said, quote, do good with no expectation of return, create positive externalities, embrace absurdity and difference, and teach people about nouns and crypto. Have fun. And so we hope all of you think this is a nounish proposal. And I do think it does spur the discussion that we want to have around how to properly bring that ethos into something that can be properly handled by the community. And maybe it is more of a direct, I guess, quantification of what would be success. I mean, someone commented like, would just putting the noggles on in the background count? Like, we need maybe more detail, more quantification of what levels of success could be for Mr. Beast, acknowledging and getting nouns some word of mouth. I'm going to bring up some people who requested to come up. So Color, definitely, and Dariush, sorry if I mispronounced your name. Welcome to the stage, guys.
While you bring some people up, I just wanted to give one more piece of context. I actually recently, Mr. Beast has been doing a podcast run. He was on Flagrant Pod and talked specifically on how he basically is flooded with people trying to give him ideas for videos, propose videos for them, as much as flying across the world to try to get him to do things, and he will not do them just out of essentially spite. So this is a huge feat if you were able to somehow, and then he would also have to somehow give you the credit of, you know, it does play into what feels like just the real nounish culture, and I love that. It does seem like it, like you guys said, this is a huge feat if it was to happen, but kind of interesting that he just said that on a podcast. So,
is it a podcast where someone flew across the world, I think from Dubai, and literally just stalked him and like, bro, I just want to give you an idea. And I think I saw a clip of that on TikTok.
Yeah.
Is it the same podcast?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Same podcast. Yeah. Flagrant.
Yeah, someone sent that podcast clip to me too, but like Did he use any of the ideas that were given to him by this stalker? What was the opinion that he had in his mind about this stalker after that happened? Is that what we're looking to represent Nouns as?
Exactly, and that's kind of where I was coming. He didn't have a great opinion of this person. Like it feel that's I agree with you there. That's where it gets like, how far do you go? And if he already has, his team already has such an aversion to doing this, it feels like it would have to be done in such a way to make him feel comfortable and like, I don't know, almost like he came up with the idea and he was helping. I wish we could find out at all, even if he just knew about nouns or how much he knew about the noun. That's where I feel that would be super helpful.
Somebody said recently that he was active in the Punks Discord, which I don't know. I've never owned a Punk, but if he was, then he probably knows nouns. But I don't know if that's true or not.
We could also give like 2,500 people $100 to make videos asking him to do it.
That's
Yeah,
a clever
for sure.
idea.
That would be
Just
super cool.
strengthen numbers.
Well, you mentioned that during the Nouns call today about maybe it should have been like a video only, like with some parameters so that people don't go stalking his hedges and stuff,
I actually think that idea was really, really cool, in my opinion, especially knowing some of the, his earlier work, just counting to some ridiculous number, doing something like that. If we had that many people who had, maybe even there was a script that had the exact thing, everybody makes that same video. There's a super cut of it later on. There's a lot of ways.
You have to do community service or some sort of act of service plus the script.
Yeah, that's great. That's cool.
I was also thinking like using part of the ETH on maybe just giving him a noun instead of just kind of using him and his platform, like kind of bring him actually into the ecosystem and explain. He definitely does have a potentially nounish vibe. So I feel like, giving him a noun would make him be a part of it as opposed to just being used by everyone that asks him for stuff,
That's a great idea. I think you get, no better way than just saying, hey, welcome to the community. The community has voted to bring you in because we think that, you could do great things for it. And again, if he declines, and maybe there's a way like built into the prop that if he isn't interested, it's like done in such a way that it could be returned or something, or maybe it's donated in an honorary sense. I don't know, but that does seem like a very interesting way to do it. But it also, you got to probably do it the right way so it doesn't seem like spammy, like dumping things into Gary V's wallet and saying that you have a minter, right? Like you have to make sure you you really tread that line carefully.
You could do so much cool stuff because he has other arms and of things that he does. He has like gaming and reaction channels. He has the Mr. Beast burger stuff. Like we could even put a prop up to have everybody just go and buy burgers, like, or buy out burgers for a day, and it's like Nouns Day to like get
everybody
attention.
eats nothing but Feastable bars for the week.
That's what exactly.
No, he loves that.
Saying in that.
That's actually hilarious. You have to eat like one of those bars in your video, but I don't know if they're available globally, so that might limit it.
I think they're crazy like that. Like
Walmart.
the contest was just like someone's in a room, go in the room and start counting, and however high you can count without leaving the room, I'll give you that much money.
Yeah.
So technically, if the person stayed there and counted to $1 million, they could have $1 million. But basically, like we know how that all turns out. Like the person's probably not going to get that far. But even with this current prop and this bounty, you could say, Mr. Beast, if I can get you to give out $500,000, I will personally give you a noun. Right now, that last noun just went for like $57,000. Like part of the bounty that you win could be buying the noun, and then you still have the $200,000 bounty. Like I think that people should just get absolutely creative on this. Like there's a lot to work with here.
Mr. Beast Burger, you can get licensing for it. You could spin up a DAO and bring people on board and get his attention that way. I don't personally like the prop, but that could be an approach.
That's a good idea.
He also has a fan token on Binance. It's a BNB token attached to his fandom. So I'm not sure what the avenue might be there, but that's a possibility.
I mean, he makes $3 million a month just on Shopify on his store. It's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like just giving him a noun, that's a nice thing to do, but maybe that's not enough incentive, and I don't think he's really in it for the money. Is there any merit to maybe instead of giving him this amount of ETH that we're saying that we want to do so he can make a video? Is there any merit to us coming up with a video idea ourselves in the Mr. Beast style as a tribute and giving it to somebody who's really in need, or into a group of people who are really in need, and going using his same ethos and the same thing and that not nounish vibe? Maybe there's somebody else who really needs that a lot more, and you could still though make an awesome video and tribute it to him, that maybe he'll see us and notice. Is there any merit to that?
We have one already, and we don't know about it.
I mean, I think
I don't know who it
piggybacking
was
on,
that
like,
mentioned.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I don't know who it was that mentioned the merchandise, but I think they're onto something there too. Like, could have just done like a crazy user-generated content campaign for Feastables, and just imagine if there was like 1,000 or more people that just did like TikTok ads for Feastables. That would get his attention, right? And then maybe he would want to learn more about nouns just by virtue of that sort of an action.
Doing 1,000 commercials for him is hilarious to me.
Could you imagine? Like just
dude, that's so funny.
Just TikTok like flooded with these ads to the point where Mr.
Sponsored
Beast
by
is like
Stamps.com. Mr.
Yeah.
Beast, sponsored by Stamps.com.
I literally was gonna say
to the point where he's not annoyed. He's just like, who are these people and why are they advertising without any ask from me? This is weird. And then he gets
that's
curious.
the nounish way. No ask up front. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like if Mr. Beast like dove into what it meant to be nounish and like what this community has to offer, I really think he would resonate with it. Truly.
Yeah, it's like the DAO version of him. It's just like giving away money to creators and to people.
From now on, 9 o'clock live is hosted by Feastables for the foreseeable future.
Yummy.
Brought to you by Feastables and Stamp.com.
Has anyone ever seen like something like that done? I don't know that I've ever seen like the structure itself that was proposed was really kind of interesting and felt a bit novel to me, of like activating a community to like secure a sponsorship. It's kind of fun.
Well, it's totally fun. And, it's not really a sponsorship we even have to secure. We are fully sponsored right now by Feastables with over 6 chocolate bars ranging from almond chocolate, quinoa crunch, and chocolate sea salt. You can shop today at feastables.com. Don't forget to enter the code NounsO'clock for 10% off of your order.
I can never tell when you're serious anymore, because that sounded like a genuine ad read.
Thank you. See,
well
Mr.
done.
Beast, do you see what you could be just getting for just free every day for the next month? Because we're going to do it anyways.
What's the slogan for Feastables?
Feastables, delicious as fuck. No, that's kind of that's rolling across the screen. It really is. That's probably not the quote there.
I mean, it probably is. It's Mr. Beast.
It's feast like a beast. Duh.
That's awesome.
Feast like a beast.
Feast like a beast, and then noun around town.
What's the perfect noun for Mr. Beast?
The trash can.
Question.
Huh. That's a good question. Probably, maybe like the wizard hat, honestly.
Chocolate bar head.
Chocolate
bar
head. Oh, yeah.
Probably the burger, Mr. Beast burger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a car. The dude's giving away so many cars.
Do we have any tiger head?
A tiger head?
I don't think so.
Not in nouns, though.
Maybe next year.
Yeah. Be the change you want to see in the world, Darius.
What if we were to collaborate with Mr. Beast and he gets a head in the Noundry next year?
Just like it's just his head.
Yeah,
I don't know about if it would be his head, maybe, but it'd be like he gets to be a part of like it's like inspired. He gets to be a part of the. I don't know. Maybe
you're saying like his Beast head logo, Josh, right?
Like him and Gremplin could work on it. I don't know about the Beasthead logo either.
No, I think it should be like Joel, like the Joel head, like his actual face on a noun.
The first
Mr. Beast cares.
Human noun. That's pretty big honor.
I can jump out of an airplane with a parachute if you want.
Yeah.
Into his backyard, Darius?
Noted, Darius.
Yeah, we could get you to jump out of a plane into his backyard. That would be perfect.
I don't know about into the backyard, but
maybe not in the backyard.
Maybe
doing
not
that. a jump, a nounish jump would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I need a parachute with noggles on it. I'll do
it. Actually, jumping out of airplane is part of my journey at the end, but I don't know.
Jumping out of airplanes
Darius is going to parachute into Mr. Beast's backyard. He's going to be like, first of all, Mr. Beast, you need to make a nounish show. Second of all, who do I talk to about refugee status around here? Two for one, Darius.
Third of all, can you put on these glasses? I just need to get a quick photo right there. I think
there's something too, like buying up some of his bars and doing like a live event somewhere, or like buying up all of his burgers and giving them out free for a day, or like making that like the thing, you know? Because I think like having that would have him have his attention for sure. Like, oh man, somebody just spent $500,000 to give away your burgers for free for a day in Florida or California, and like that's definitely going to get his attention. You know what I mean? Because if we're doing it this way, I love the way that like you can have bounties and stuff like that. But I think we'd probably have to double the ETH for him to do something. Because in that same podcast, he was talking about some dude that paid him $250,000 just to get on a FaceTime and say happy birthday to his kid. So like, you know,
that's what we're up against.
He's in high demand. Let's put it that way.
$1 million videos weekly. It's like, yeah, it does feel like you really got to up the stakes to make him impressed. I love the idea of everybody buying bars or everybody doing some sort of live bar review, or how many chocolate bars, how many Mr. Beast bars could you eat in one set? Like just a whole group of people doing some mass thing. You guys are on to the right track. I really like it.
Do we have to stop with Mr. Beast? Like, could we actually put like 10 targets on the board and be like, just like if you make a nounish invitation for these different targets, like it'll get funded, like the same way that we're just like funding tattoos right now. Like we could be funding the creation of specific things.
Joshua Fisher gets himself onto the Kardashians somehow next season.
I mean, maybe it's like the first X amount. Let's call it we said 2,500 for 250,000 at $100 a piece, but like maybe the first 1,000, first 2,000, first 500 like are just like basically automatically funded as long as they're like high effort and not duplicates.
It's a real life noun to use.
I think the effort part's a little tough. You're going to have to really create some type of policing or like I guess some type of baseline that things have to meet so that lazy people looking to try to get some funds aren't there. And I know that we don't really have that problem organically within the Nouns community. It's actually pretty solid from a little bit of an outward perspective. But if you're advertising that, you make a video, you get some money, like a lot of people might make lazy videos. So maybe we even need to fund people who will take the responsibility of being selective, or we need to reward those who make sure that there is like an editorial process as well, because it needs to make sure that it meets our standards, right?
I was saying that too when we were discussing this on the announcement meeting about how you're almost assured of getting people who are super butthurt when it's $250,000 and someone's going to say, I talked to Mr. Beast on Tuesday and he said, okay, we're going to do the movie. But then, another nouner talked to him on Wednesday and he ended up getting the credit. And like, I see how bad it gets sometimes with our content. We have contests here for like an ETH or 2 ETH and people get, super upset sometimes if they aren't chosen. And imagine that, but times 250, right? It's going to happen.
Well, that's like one of the things about contests themselves versus like, I love what you're saying, like set a standard, and if people meet the standard, it gets funded.
Yeah, like first come, first serve. Everyone who makes a video of a certain length on TikTok or Twitter about Feastables and nouns gets funded X amount. Something like that.
Well, and like don't forget too, like to have that element of going viral or to get anyone's attention too, it just has to be downright kind of crazy. And it should be more of like a thing like I'm gonna live stream on YouTube and eat 5 Mr. Beast bars every hour until he notices or joins this live.
Or I die. Yeah.
No, and like that, literally, I've seen people do it. That they go on TikTok live. They're like, "I'm not ending this live until Billie Eilish comes in," and lo and behold, they could be there for 48 hours, 72 hours. But the Billie Eilish is going to end up being tagged so many times. Like, please, dear God, let this man go to sleep. Like, he's been on here for 3 days. Like, we need you to come help us right now. And like, that's what ends up getting their attention is all the tags.
Are you
So this gave me a
volunteering?
great idea for our next 24-hour spaces, Aptoshi.
Yeah. Are you volunteering right now for live?
Yes. Let's just do it. I'll just, swimming in melted Mr. Beastable bars until Mr. Beast notices me.
I'm eating Mr. Beast burgers until he comes on the stage.
I'm putting Feastables on top of Mr. Beast burgers and eating them until
Make the new fast
Oh
food.
God, no!
Just eat Mr. Beast burgers every day for a year. See how big you can get.
Mr. Beast reaches out and is like,
Make a
"I have paid for
documentary about
you to go to a psych ward," and
Doesn't even
Ryan, did you just suggest Super Beast me? Is that what you just suggested?
Yes, exactly.
You can say every 8 hours, I'm going to put on another Mr. Beast official merch shirt until Mr. Beast notices me. Like by like a couple of days, like you're walking around, you have like 30 shirts on. That's hilarious. I won't let you down, guys. I won't let you
So many good ideas, though. Like I love all this stuff.
I also like that idea, or going back to like just a whole bunch of people doing something, paying $250, whatever, this much. To organize a drop like that, where all of a sudden at one point everybody's uploading this video and it hits the algorithm the right way, that could be really weird. I mean, that could be pretty awesome and very noticeable, depending.
Right. Yeah, what if we all of us just drop a comment right now on his last post and he answer right now?
Because you won't get the 250,000 because it didn't pass on chain. You might as well wait a few hours first.
Whoever posts first wins.
First.
That's
the YouTube rules.
Imagine if we got it done before the thing even passed.
That'd be hilarious. And then it fails.
They cancel the prop.
But that's the thing about Nouns. If you did that and you got him to make a video, you could put a prop up for retro funding and you'd pass. I think. Maybe.
Most likely.
Yeah, 100%, dude. He's like the dude. He's like the biggest guy ever, and like I think Josh, you were just saying like why stop at Mr. Beast? Like we could probably get half of New York to go like yell at Casey Neistat and have him like look out his window and everybody's wearing noggles or something like that. Like we could get real creative with these different initiatives and things that we do. It's super fun.
Well, maybe there's something. I just had an idea that's kind of crazy, but what if Prop House had just like a bounty house that was an open house that was open all the time, and there's a bounty, and you could put a bounty house that's like get Mr. Beast to make a video, and the bounty is there and it's 25K, but the vote doesn't start until someone actually says they've done it, and then everyone can come in and say, okay, yeah, he actually did it, and then he claims the bounty. That's really rough.
It's kind of weird though, right? Because it's like, what's the bounty? Like, I could go poop on his lawn, and he could come out and be like, "Why are you pooping on my lawn?" And
No.
like,
I mean, the bounty is you get him to make a video about that. Not getting him to yell at you, getting him to make a video.
Close, Woody.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the mentality of people. Like, oh, I could get money by like doing something with Like, I just think you're gonna get a lot of that kind of stuff. You're gonna get a lot of good shit. But if the first introduction to Nouns is some dude pooping on your lawn, like, come on, son. You're going to be like, what the fuck are these noggles? Get these away from me, dude.
Yeah, that's fair. There are some of the same problems with that for sure.
Please don't poop on Mr. Beast's lawn.
Please
not life advice.
NFA.
Yeah.
Non-fecal advice.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
I feel like we've successfully hijacked Jack's show here. Sorry, Jack.
Oh no, this is the show, and I want everybody comes to this space knowing that they're welcome to come up and talk as much as possible, and especially when we're talking about the proposals and ways that either that we love them, we think we could help with it, whatever we can do to make it you know, I don't know, a community thing and make it feel awesome. So that's the whole point of the show. I actually think this is going extremely well, and I really like everybody's ideas so far. I did want to say that
by the way, I don't know if you saw Jack, but Hindsight is here, and I think I saw Jarman down there as well. If you did want to try and bring them up.
Oh, yes, I didn't know that. Thanks, you're the man. Let's see, Justin. Can you? I'm bad at spaces. I just talk on video.
Yeah, we need a couple.
Yeah, but you have a
people
great
if they
voice.
don't. He does have a great voice. That's
Thanks.
for sure. We've locked up some talent over here at House of Nouns. We need
You might need
kudos to you.
You might need one person to drop down so that you can add a Hindsight. I believe. I think
Wake
you
up,
might.
Al.
2,
Wake
3,
up.
4,
I think
5,
they.
6, 7.
No, I think they pulled.
I'll
someone
step
already.
down, you guys. Everyone have a beautiful day, though.
Cheers.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
I've also
Wait, who's stepping down? Oh, I thought that was House of Nouns stepping down. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I did too.
That's not how this works. Like,
this is your show.
Yeah,
nice
thanks
try.
for coming.
Just
We'll do it
quickly before we hear from the proposer, I've screenshotted every single person in this room. If you guys retweet and like and comment on that tweet I posted above to Mr. Beast, and I win, I will split the money with everybody in this room.
Of Toshi just like straight up abusing her power here on stage.
it's not abusing; it's leveraging your power. Different.
Right.
It's a different word for the same thing, so it makes it better.
If this works, what did you say the splits were?
We can cover that at a later time. Let's just go full even.
Woody's like, sorry, I gotta go take care of shitting on someone's lawn real quick. BRB.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hit this retweet button. Is what I'm gonna do.
Woody's like, oh darn, I already did that other thing.
Watch somebody actually poop on his lawn and win, and I'm just like sitting here like, oh my god.
Please don't do that, anybody.
Toshi's funny because she always like taunts people a little, like, your move, beastie boy. You did the same thing to Bankless, like, put your money where your mouth is, Bankless.
Hey,
this has been Toshi gets banned by all the accounts, one by one.
If you can find a less aggressive way to, approach these people, let me know.
Then cajoling? I'm pretty sure there must be one.
Well, I actually thought that was a pretty good tweet, but here we go. Yeah.
That was fantastic.
All right, let's get Hindsight up here. Hindsight, welcome up to the spaces. And do you want to tell us more about how you wanted this proposal to go, or your thoughts?
Yeah. I don't know. Can people hear me?
We got you.
Are you safe? Are you in a safe spot, or do you need help?
I need help always.
Okay.
This is just his natural voice.
Yeah. No, listen. I actually have to hop off pretty soon. But yeah, I mean, I think the conversation you guys are having, and I only heard the end of it, is very much, in line with how I'd imagine other people's conversations will go in trying to actually win the prize. I know everybody, and I'm sure Tony's heard me speaking before about how, although I know it's concerned that people bother Mr. Beast, ultimately I think, you need to trust that, the majority of people, or at least the people who will get his attention, will be well-meaning, and it'll be fun, and they'll be thinking about ideas like what y'all are talking about right now. Yeah, so I think, like, in terms of, like, generally speaking, I think that the thing's fun. I think people will have fun with it. And although, like, yeah, I hear, like, a lot of different ideas for how, we could do it, I think that generally speaking, the best way to think about these is, how you would write it yourself in a prop if you were to change it, and if it would be as open to people to participate. And if it's something you can put on chain, put in a prop, I mean, go ahead, improve on, make it happen. I mean, one thing I'd say about this as well is that, if it goes through and it fails, I think it'll onboard a lot of people into Nouns. If it goes through and it passes, it'll be something that's extremely good value. I mean, like, I agree with everybody here that, like, if, like, will Mr. Beast do it for 500,000 or 500 ETH? Like, I think if somebody came to him and asked him to do it for 500 ETH, he wouldn't do it. But I think the actual structure of the proposal, the fact that it's a competition to get him to do a competition, and that's what he does, might be the thing that tips him over the edge to do it. So I don't think like, you know, trying to find somebody to go to and say, yeah, let's promote our NFT project. I just don't think that I just don't think that will work, because they'll just see an NFT project. But yeah, if anybody has a better idea, something that they can put on chain that will work, go for it. Yeah, and then that's pretty much it.
For one, I want to thank you for telling us or showing us what a Scottish supervillain would sound like, because I never knew until now.
Yeah, if I didn't
Are
trust
you
you before, I do now a lot, and I love this. And you're actually proving that the voice thing totally works. Like, I think we all have that feature. Why don't we do that? That'd be hilarious.
low key Mr. Beast?
Oh,
I actually I appreciate what you just said towards your proposal, and I do agree. And maybe I was being short sighted when it came to that. I agree. The format of this and the fact that it is a competition in itself does I feel like lend itself to maybe something that Mr. Beast that seems Mr. Beast-esque and also now nounish. So I think that was a great point that wasn't really brought up before, and so I really appreciate you bringing that up.
Yeah, listen, I think that like one thing I'd highlight is just listening to everybody like talk here, just the conversation that everybody has had and the fun that people have had as well, thinking of ideas. And I know everybody's saying that he might like somebody might shit on his garden or whatever, but like I genuinely think that that won't be a problem. And if it is, yeah, I think that yeah, it might create some sort of publicity. It's not maybe the best, but at the same time, I think like the most important thing is just to remember that the conversation that we're having now, a lot more people will have that conversation if this prop goes through. I mean, I don't know if it will, but like and I think that like people will have fun with it, and that's the thing that will, you know, catch people's imagination and catch people's attention. I know it's like a lot of money, and people are like, yeah, we could spend this like 250K better in all these different ways, but I think this will actually like get people. I mean, ultimately, what it comes down to with nouns and proliferation, generally speaking, is to get people to ask the question. The first thing it starts with is asking the question, what is nouns? And like really there is like, you know, no concrete answer to that. And it's for everybody to sort of figure out, and that's what the community is sort of building. But the more people that ask that question, the more it proliferates in nouns. Now, through the competition itself, the fact that people are talking about this, the people trying to win, the first thing that they'll have to do is to think about, you know, what is nouns. If it gets through and he does it, obviously, like, you know, the nouns being on a show, a nounish focused show on Mr. Beast, obviously will to the power of a million X, like, you know, multiply that factor where it'll get anybody that watches it to ask what is nouns, and at least then they'll like start the journey. So I suppose like at every step in this process, you know, kind of get you to ask it, and maybe even the proposal going up itself does that. And like, you know, because I think the one thing that I'm trying to do with this proposal is to separate the proposal with the proposer so that like we have a better alignment of incentives. And by alignment of incentives, I mean that I get nothing out of this. I'm just writing this prop. I have nouns, but like I mean this is like, you know, like compared to what a lot of people have lost on FTX, you know, it's not a big portion of like my portfolio. It's just something I find interesting. But I do see problems in the sense that like, you know, yeah, I could go around and like build up a load of nouns and try and pay myself for work that I do, but and that might be good work, it might not be, but I think that like generally speaking, it's better if we vote on things that, although I could easily point out loads of flaws in my own prop, and I could point them out in other props, but I think it's more appropriate that we're voting on things that are more directional in basis than operational in basis. Because if you vote on things that are operational in basis, I mean, we're trying to make decisions about stuff that require an intricate level of detail, whether it's a tool or even like a content project. We need to know about either the team or the builders, and oftentimes that's not something that a group of people, like myself included, can make a decision on because it requires like a lot of knowledge of that area. Whereas if you're voting on something like this, you're voting on like, is Mr. Beast nounish? Is this something that's cool? Is this like the direction that we want to get going? And then also, is this something that will make people ask what is nouns? So thanks for my TED talk, I suppose.
I love that. I think that's all. I think it's a great point. It's just saying, look how much we're just talking about this right now. It's almost like when the Powerball gets up to 1.5 billion, all of a sudden everybody comes out of the woodwork and wants to play. If all of a sudden you think that, you know, we're talking about an extremely popular person that a super megastar, you're like, wait, is giving away this just to try to get them to make a Nounish video? These are all points that I really didn't think of when going over this, and that's why I'm so thankful that you were able to come up here and talk and elaborate on the points of your proposal. I just think it's really helpful for people to hear the way that it was thought out when you were putting it on chain.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, really appreciate it, Hindsight. Appreciate you taking the time to, give a little bit of the background into how you see the prop and the value you already see coming from the discussion. And that's why we love what we're doing here with, TNS and the prop and the podcast that just dropped. We have that on our Twitter if you want to go listen to the breakdown that we have of 168. And of course, you can check it out on the website, see what people are talking about, how voting has gone. And of course, it
will
is
be on
about
our
the
YouTube
discussion.
also later tonight.
Yep.
I'll put it up.
Thank you, Tody. That's correct. It's going to be on YouTube later tonight. If you want to check out Seth's awesome voice Jack's awesome voice in person, that's going to be a good time. And look, the idea is to bring these ideas out, right? Is to have an extended discussion that allows us to hear different viewpoints, how people receive it. We don't have that unless we come together, right? And that's what the special thing about this is. So again, Hindsight, really appreciate it. I think it's opened my eyes to hear it from your perspective as well.
Cool. And I'm going to have to jump off now, but I suppose if you haven't voted yet, I suppose what I would say is, when voting, I think lean towards voting with the expectation of fun as opposed to the fear of something going wrong. So I think that's and if you whatever you think about it, obviously just vote with whatever you think is the right thing to do. So yeah. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Thanks,
Jack, just a quick housekeeping note that we do have another Spaces starting at 5 p.m. So we do have a hard stop in a few minutes.
That's okay. I think really.
How do we top that? That was like so awesome. I think this was a really successful episode. So
what did he say? What did he say, that your child has been kidnapped? Is that I was trying to make everybody feel good.
I have a particular set of skills.
Just a quick question. If I propose my jumping idea with that voice, are you going to accept it?
What's your idea, and where are you proposing it?
The jumping from the airplane, but with that voice. Is it gonna work?
Oh yes, yeah. If you use that voice, then yes, for sure.
I like
just
watch
out for the poop alarm.
Depends how the jump goes for Darius, I guess.
Okay, well, I think that then we can clean it up here, whatever we need to do. I did want to talk a little bit real quick. Just wanted to shout out the Make Nouns Go Viral challenge that's happening. Don't forget to go vote. The voting ends for that in 4 days. It's going to be 5 different creators are going to get 4 ETH, and that's pretty awesome. And they think there's another giveaway that's going to, I think, Cody, do you know how exactly that giveaway, because it's going to keep going, right?
Which one's that, sorry?
The $5,000 giveaway.
Oh, yeah. So I mean, our own entry into that prop house TNS was the Nouns Give Back, which is one of the entries you could vote for if you thought it was a good viral campaign. And in our case, we are going to take, if we win, the 4 ETH prize and pay it forward to do another similar Nouns Give Back campaign in the next couple weeks. But there's some other good viral campaigns in there too that you could look at. I think there's a total of 55 actually. And then Maddie.eth did a summary Notion where you can actually go through and see all the different entries and whether they were completed, and a quick summary of what they've done or are planning to do.
That's super helpful too. I used it when we were working on the show today, and yeah, it's great. Maddie.eth, great job.
I can pin it for you too if you give me 1 minute here.
Thank you. But other than that, I would say that this was an awesome space. And again, I wanted to say thank you to everybody who's here and everybody who let us have some time to talk. I'm loving this community. In fact, I didn't realize that we're giving away, we're paying for people's tattoos. I'm actually getting knuckles tattooed on me.
Hell yeah.
I don't need it to be paid for, but I am getting them. So
I mean, why don't you just?
You
You
should
might as
get
well
an
get them paid
expense.
for. Why not, man? It's a standing
Tag on
offer.
22. Why would you pass it up?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'll film it and I'll share it first, and then we'll see.
Yeah.
You're getting paid.
As long as it's permanent.
We'll make sure you get paid.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, I'm getting a henna one, and it's going to be awesome. Don't worry.
What if we show
awesome.
up to Mr. Beast's house with a tattoo machine? No, never mind. It's a bad idea.
Yeah. Can I just jump in here and contribute with a couple of ideas? Is that cool?
Jesse, we actually have to wrap up in about a minute and a half, so you have like 30 seconds to shoot a quick idea, and then we do have to wrap. Sorry.
We got to squeeze the POAP
too. We have a POAP as well. So actually, let's do the POAP first, please, Jesse, and then because we do have David Horvath joining the spaces with Uma at 5 o'clock, so we have to stay on schedule. But Ryan, why don't we do the POAP real quick, and then we'll see if we have a minute or two to chat with Jesse, maybe.
Cool.
Yeah, no problem. We do a daily POAP in the Noun Square. POAP stands for Proof of Attendance Protocol. You can open your phone's marketplace and download the POAP app, or head over to poap.xyz. When you open the POAP app, you hit the Mint button in the bottom right corner. Then you hit the secret word tab, and today's secret word is FOMO is broken. 007.
True facts.
FOMOISBROKEN 007.
Did we already do the Twitter picker as well, or no?
Oh yeah, I have the one right here.
All right.
007 was for Woody, by the way.
Our Twitter picker winner, thank you for retweeting the room, is Zara version. Hey down there. I see you with your awesome PFP with your yellow noggles.
Did they really win 0.069 each just for retweeting the room? That takes no effort.
Yes, they did. Please DM this account. We see you. We will know that it's you. Congrats and thanks for everybody who came and shared the space with us today.
Awesome. Thanks for everybody for joining us. Jesse, you've got literally 30 seconds before we have to cut out here, and I'd recommend maybe you can come back tomorrow too on 9 o'clock live. One of the good things about this show is we do it every damn day. So you can come back tomorrow for sure and share, but go ahead quickly if you wanted to share something with Jack and House of Nouns.
Yeah, I'll take just 30 seconds. Building on the directional idea, I think that if we take the competition approach, we may dilute the efforts as far as getting the attention of Mr. Beast. We can come up with a campaign that's very nounish, that gets everybody to join in to create a snowball effect and position it as if, okay, Mr. Beast is just the 1 millionth person to join this chain, right? We could have some campaign that's like join the chain, and we start with members of all the nounish DAOs, and at the culmination we're like, hey, Mr. Beast, you could be the 1 millionth person to join this and take it to the next level. So something like that, very nounish. And then Mr. Beast is like the icing on the cake. And we really leverage all the efforts of all the members of the community.
I love that.
And
Jesse. I think that's a great idea.
And since the payout is actually quite great, so people can divide between them the payouts and have a big nounish celebration. And then we build on that goodwill and create more campaigns focused on Mr. Beast. But the first campaign can be very much grassroots, and then just building that momentum and then getting Mr. Beast to join in as a combination. That's
awesome.
What I can. Yeah.
Thanks, Jesse. Thanks for sharing. I think that echoes a lot of the sentiments that we were talking about earlier, and I think you're on the right track there. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this Combo Spaces, House of Nouns Prop Talk, X TNS 9 o'clock live. Hope you guys had fun. And we've got a full slate of spaces still to happen this evening, starting with our very first UMA spaces, which is going to start basically right away. We'll shut this down, and then Al's going to fire it right back up again. And if you haven't heard David Horvath speak about UMA before, I recommend you come out and hear, because he's always a joy to listen to. So see you all on the other side.
Awesome. Thanks, Tony. Thanks, everybody, for coming.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Where's the music?